Top of the morning, everybody. It's Mike with the Everything and More Store Show. Now, today, what I wanted to do is drop a quick video about hats. Okay, hats. So we talking about baseball caps, snapbacks, fitted hats, uh, excuse me, visors, any type of hat like a traditional style hat, right? So, um, the good thing about hats, number one, is that they ain't that big, right? So this right here, I probably have about maybe a little bit under, maybe somewhere 40 to 50 hats in this thing, right? So this little case right here, and it's designed for that, right? It even got the key and all that stuff, right? So it's just a little storage system. But what I find better, because it's a little bit easier to find, you can just and bam, it's putting them on the wall, right? So like right here, right? This is just like a little section, a portion of the little hat part, but just to show you guys, like, okay, so I'm putting all the hats on. That way, like, let's just say someone says, "Oh, buys a Alabama Crimson Tide pink women's game hat, whatever." I'll be like, "Bam, here you go, right here." You get what I'm saying? Someone buys a, uh, uh, uh. Yeah. So basically, what you could do is you could just pull the order based on whatever, you know what I'm saying. So, some good hats to look for. So, from my experience, based on the price of my local area, right? So, like me, the place that I always go, hats are anywhere from like without the sale, anywhere from like $1.99 to probably like $14, right? Unless it's something super exclusive, then it's gonna go for a little bit more. But most of them are, relatively, cheap, right? Now, what do I look for in hats? Okay, so I look for number one, NCAA teams. Okay, so this includes like pretty much any team that's a college team, that maybe, and especially I'm looking for the teams that are like a little bit more obscure, right? I made a video about NCAA stuff before, but I'm also looking for the teams that are a little bit more obscure, like something that maybe it's not as known, it's not as accessible. You get what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example. Uh, like what's it called? University of Southern California, right? The Trojans. Now that's a known team. They could say it sells all that stuff, but it's accessible. You get what I'm saying? So, and it is still sell, but it's sometimes other things sell to a greater degree that's not as accessible. So when you're dealing with NCAA teams, you got to remember, like, what's the fan base? Who's the fan base? Is it okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, like Clemson Tigers, right? They will die for that team. You know what I'm saying? Like that team is like it's beyond what's. So yeah, they're gonna buy something. And then a lot of their crazy fan base is gonna support what you're selling as long as it's reasonably priced. You get what I'm saying? Another one's a good one to look for. Oklahoma Sooners. I actually just sold two T-shirts from University of Maine. Now, speaking of obscure, that's a super obscure, because you got a team like, bro, who? I would probably say 99% of America probably has never even been to Maine, if not more than that. Like even no disrespect to Maine or nothing. I'm sure it's a beautiful state, but who even like thinks about Maine? It's just like a state so far away from all the major cities that it's like wow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so there was a rapper named OT Genesis. He just brought it up in the Maine in the song. I was like, damn, I forgot about Maine. Anyway, so uh, my point is that any NCAA hat, like for like team whatever like that, whether it be snapback fitted, that's a good one, especially the more obscure ones. Okay, so that's like the NCAA stuff, right? There's probably a few more teams that maybe could go. But SC Trojans are good though. Don't get it twisted. Like people will buy that. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna buy, Oklahoma Sooners. They're gonna buy, Clemson Tiger stuff. They're gonna buy what's another? See where I'm at? San Diego SDSU. I get a lot of that stuff all day, but not everybody has access to that stuff nationwide. So I'm at an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. SDSU is good. Boise State Broncos, they all right. I don't feel that their fan base is as as like extreme as Clemson, that type of stuff. Yeah, another good one. What's another good one? Oh, UCLA, right? The Golden Bears. That's a good one, right? I don't know why, but people like them. It's a few. But anyway, you can ask me in the comments or whatever if you have any particular questions about it. But moving on. Okay, so what's another good hat? Other good hats to look for. Any exclusive release Disney hat, whether it be snapback, fitted, whatever, that's a go. That's a good one. Okay. Because it's an exclusive release. It's not just available all the time to everyone, to everybody, anywhere. No. It's an exclusive release. It's just a short, small release. So, for example, right, I got this. It's a little American flag, Disney, Mickey Mouse, snapback, adjustable, strap back hat, right? Now, this right here, right? You can't just go to Walmart and get it. Like, it's not that type of situation. It was an exclusive release. And so you can sell for $20, $25, whatever. You get it for $1, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's another one to look for. You know what I'm saying? Something else to look for is anything that's memorabilia related, right? So like that, like the Disney thing, obviously. But anything that's memorabilia related, which would be something like, let's just say, a Martha's Vineyard hat, right? So I got a Martha's Vineyard hat. Okay. And this is something exclusive to the vineyard. So if anybody knows about Martha's Vineyard, it's like a little wine thing and all that. So this is something that, it's a memorabilia thing. Let's just say, for example, there was some like, people, maybe an older couple, they want to taste wine, they want to go out there, or they want to, Bob or whoever wants to show his support, or he wants to show that he's a, he's that dude. You get what I'm saying? So with that being the case, he's going to get this, and then, it's good. So anyway, anything that's going to promote an event-related situation, that's a good one, okay? So another good one is a special release, right? So a special release of something, especially for a good cause, that's something that draws people, right? So this right here, you got your San Diego Padres hat, right? Now, it's just not any San Diego Padres hat. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this puzzle print thing, but this is the autistic awareness symbol, right? So this is basically for maybe a mom or a dad. He or she got a autistic child, and he or she wants to support and show the awareness of that and the struggles of dealing with that. There's emotions attached to that. Anytime there may be emotions attached to that, they want to support. What's $50? You know what I'm saying? So you look at this hat, it's no big deal. But at the end of the day, it's the sentimental value of the hat, what it represents, right? So for something like this, any special release related to something like that is great. You get what I'm saying? Next up, right? I'll just name a few and show a few that I got available, and this will give you some ideas to maybe for your store and stuff like that. Next up, right? International soccer teams, hats, visors, anything like that, right? Now this is special because it's not just available everywhere. It's an international thing. So this, for example, right? This is the Mexican Federación de Football Association, right? This is the Mexican International Soccer League visor, right? So this team is not just a local. This is based in Mexico. I believe in Mexico City, right? So this is something that is not as accessible. So you're at an advantage already. You get what I'm saying? So any international soccer team, especially the more obscure, the more obscure the team, the better. So let's say, for example, if you had a Manchester United, that'll go, but it's not as rare as something like this. You get what I'm saying? And even though this is only a visor, it's a product that people are going to see and they're going to recognize. Okay. Something else to look out for. Polo Ralph Lauren, right? So polo, anything polo usually always goes, right? Especially the strap back hat with the buckle. This is that vintage thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice hat. Of course, it got the logo. Anybody who knows polo is always good. It's timeless. You can have this hat in 1995, or you can have this hat in 2023, and it's going to be just as fly. You get what I'm saying? Everybody that's like a polo fan knows that, right? Something else to look out for. You got to remember, you have the whole country as an audience, right? Caterpillar. This is good. Okay, so a lot of construction workers, a lot of those working type of people that are basically like into labor industry, the skilled craft slash labor industry, they love this brand. You got to think like it's not like ever like I ain't gonna lie, like I like to look decent when I first, let's say I dress up, go out somewhere. I like to look like, I want a mask, I want this, that, third. No, they not always like, they like just want to wear the work boots, and they want to wear this is fly to them. And so, hey, that's cool. I got that for you. You know what I'm saying? Drop $21.99. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me. So anyway, anything Caterpillar, screen mesh snapback hats, especially the vintage ones, those are real good, right? Another one that's good, right? Golf hats, particularly Callaway. Okay, so if you can get a Callaway hat, this is a Apex Epic Flash hat, right? And it's got all the stitching and all that stuff like that, right? It's actually new; it just doesn't have the tags. Anytime you can get one of those for a good rate, it's always going to go for about a dub, maybe a dub 5, something like that. So I just want to point something else out. Hats usually go, most of them between $20-$25. Every now and then you get one, I'm saying, a whop for 50 or one a whop for 30, but just so you know, it's gonna go between $20 and $25. So let's say you got 50 of them, then just times that. Okay, another one, something else to look out for. Military, right? Military people. Let's say, for example, you got a granddaddy. He fought in Vietnam somewhere. He was over there and he dealt with all the trials and tribulations of fighting in Vietnam, and he maybe has some of the memories, and his dearest friends he's seen pass away. So it's a sense of pride. It's a sense of ownership about that memory. It's a sense of he's attributing this to himself. It's part of who he is as a person. You get what I'm saying? So he wanted to, yeah, I'm a Vietnam veteran. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just like, oh, I'm in a chess club. No, this is something that they're extremely proud of. This is something that they at one point and maybe still are willing to die for. So they would love to show it, right? So there's a lot of emotion attached to this, right? So anytime you can get any type of Vietnam, especially the vintage ones, those really go, because then it's just like any of the USS Abraham Lincoln, any of the Navy ones. So, okay, let me just touch on something real quick as far as that goes. When you're dealing with military, the old school Navy ones go, but the new ones, it's like, what? Out of all of the military, the Navy, I would say, no disrespect to anybody in the Navy, but they're the least proud. Like, an Army and a Marine, they're proud of that. Like, they'll be like, I'm a Marine, boy. You know what I mean? They're like, it's just something that they, you know what I'm saying? Then the Army, they're proud of that. Like, yeah, I'm the Army. The Navy, they just, like, the younger ones, they don't care about that. They just like, yeah, I'm Navy, whatever, it's all good. Nah. The older ones, it's a different story. But the newer ones, like anything new, but okay, anything apparel that's military issued for the purpose of military for physical training, that goes too though. But anyway, I just want to point out the anything Vietnam goes, Army, Marines, and if it's old school Navy, that goes too. You know what I'm saying? Okay, throwback hats, right? Everybody knows there's no more such thing as the San Diego Chargers, right? So any type of throwback hat that's no longer in, it's in circulation, resold, but they're not being made. So especially like something like this, right? This actually ain't Reebok, but anyway, it's a throwback. There's no more San Diego Chargers. They don't exist. They went to LA. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's something to look out for. Any team. So let's just say, for example, if you had a San Diego Clippers hat, everybody knows that there's no more San Diego Clippers. They're gone. They haven't been here for many, many years, right? So something like that, it's just a piece of history to some people. Maybe he was a super basketball fan. He or she is a big basketball fan. It's something that they miss. It's a piece. It's a memorabilia at that point. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he want to put it on the wall. Maybe he wants to wear it at this game, whatever. So that's something to look out for. Another thing to look out for, anything that's like Red Bull, right? So Red Bull, they carry a lot of these events to different places and stuff like that. And then they collab with New Era. So for those that don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but for those that don't know, New Era is like the main hat people. They do, all the major teams, all that stuff. So anything Red Bull with the collab that goes, they have these events. These events go hard. All the the people that they be jumping off the rocks and doing triple, double, quadruple flips and all these stunts and stuff like that. And so this is the Red Bull event that they carry, and then they sell the merch. And so the merch ends up wherever it ends up, and then we get a hold of it and we sell it. But anyway, the point is that it's like it's a sense of I don't know. They like to show that they are into that type of thing. So if you're whatever you're into, you're gonna like to show it. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna like to present it. You're gonna like to You're not gonna want to wear something. You're not gonna buy something. Go out of your way to buy something. If something like, you know what I'm saying? If it's if you hate baseball and you're not gonna go get like a Seattle Mariners hat, like you're not gonna go out of your way. No, you're gonna get something that's gonna support your agenda, whatever you like. So anyway. I just wanted to go ahead and just show you like a few little hats. So these hats, anytime you sell them anywhere, sometimes $20, $25, you get them for $1, maybe $1.99 to $5, whatever. If I can quadruple off a hat, I'm straight. It's I just one of many things that I might be getting up that day. It'll work out. So shipping always charge $4.99 shipping first class. You can cut out your box, wrap it up, tape it, blah blah blah, print your label. It's good to go. It's gonna be less than 16 ounces for sure. You're probably gonna end up paying like $4.55 or whatever, no matter where it goes anywhere in the U.S. Just don't make the box too heavy and use some thin cardboard that's sturdy enough to hold it but not heavy. Anyway. I hope all this is beneficial to you. If it was, please give me a comment, like, and subscribe. If this is your first time viewing, please give me a subscribe, man. I got a lot of good information I would love to share with you, and I'm trying to get monetized. You hear me? Anyway, that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Salute. I'm out.